Mike Lowe, and this is NBA 2K23, and we are looking at the potential ratings in the G League just to see how things are looking this year as far as kind of out of the box potential, and also what that potential looks like at the end of the first season, which I will show you. I know this has been a common issue with the community, at least from the questions that I've received about how the game's performing, where we would see over the years the potential just getting way too high, or even being too high out of the box, where you'd kind of have like a G League takeover. And I know a lot of folks were playing with the G League even turned off, which I mean isn't as fun, obviously. And so in this video, we're just trying to see if this is going to be performing up to a way that would be a little bit more realistic, so that you don't have kind of this infiltration of the G League, so to speak. So here we are, just going through the rosters. I've sorted by potential, which you can see here. And we're just going to click through the teams, and you can just keep an eye on that right-hand column, and we'll just look and see really quickly that we're seeing pretty good stuff out of the box. This is, again, the default roster. This is a day before the game's released. A lot of C's. We have this Earl Jenkins guy on Greensboro who's a B-, but it's C's across the board at the highest, and that's pretty realistic to me. I mean, even like the C+ is even a B-. I mean, guys can make it out of the G League, right? And I think it's kind of cool to have that storyline show up in your MyNBA. If they're all just D- players or something, that wouldn't be as fun. So there is potential. You get a guy some playing time and that sort of thing, they could work out. And so seeing some pretty good stuff. By the way, here's the free agent list out of the box, day one. And so let's go and see then what that looks like at the end of the 2022 season. So this is a franchise I've just simulated up to the start of the playoffs in the first year. And we're just going to go and sort by like G League stats. Let's do, sorry about that. Let's do the league leaders. And we'll just sort, point total is fine. So Casey McGee. So let's go and look here, and I'm just going to scroll down and look at the grades, and we're looking at the potential, right? So Casey McGee up to a B. Here we have, and I'll show you the overalls too, so you can see, but potential in the C, another B. So, I mean, B+, so they're going up. But, are we seeing like guys through the roof? Are they A-, that kind of thing? No. Does it mean they won't be after another season? I don't know. I have not simulated to a second season, but that's something we could do. But, I think overall, I don't think it's that bad, because like I said, for me, I mean, guys can develop, right? Especially younger players. I mean, this is the whole idea of the G League. And so I think you want to have some of this in there. So there's Earl Jenkins, who we know was at a B-. He's up to an A-. So he would be a guy, right? That's like, oh, wow, this guy's going to potentially make a career for himself here. He's already up to a 79 overall. But, again, now I'm going to scroll backwards now the other direction and just looking at player overalls, because I wasn't even looking there. So Jenkins is a 79. I'm looking for anybody who would be like, even like in the starting, not even the starting lineup, but just like dressing for games, right? Johnny Galloway is a guy who would probably dress at 75. But you can see there's not, I'm not seeing like massive issues here. Is it perfect? I don't know. Potentially not, but maybe Jacob Sims dresses, maybe. But I'm not seeing like a league takeover. Here's the end of the list, by the way. So we'll kind of work up from the bottom. Again, just a lot of D's. So it looks okay to me. Let's do another, we can sim really quick to the next year. We'll just kind of rip through the playoffs here real quickly. And then I'll do a quick sim for the second year, and then just kind of see what that looks like. So, all right, let's just get out of all this. Oh, sorry, I didn't sim this round yet. Okay, great. Okay, moving on. Let's just advance. Now, you're not going to see anything here. Don't panic. I have everything set to auto, so that's why nothing's broken here or anything like that. I just have it all turned off for now. Okay, so it's going through the off season there. You can see in the bottom of the screen, or up in the top right there, it's ripping through the dates. And then we'll just do another quick sim. Auto generate rookies is fine. And let's simulate the season here. So, and then we'll go ahead and look and see what the G League looks after 2 years. And then that should give us a pretty good idea how things are looking, at least out of the box day one. Again, as I mentioned, the G League is a pretty common question I get. I was bummed too. I was somebody who turned it off years prior just because it was kind of immersion killing. And that's not something I really needed to enjoy my NBA. And so, but yeah, I mean, I get it. It's something that would be really cool to turn on. I mean, it's kind of one of those things too. Like people obsess like over practice squads in the NFL, which I mean to me is kind of comical because they're just so insignificant. But I mean, the G League is something far more significant than a NFL practice squad, for instance. So I get why we want this to be right, which is why I wanted to make this video to show you here. So we're into the new year now. Be getting through the season momentarily. You know, one thing I'm noticing is check out the profits for the 76ers. They were definitely negative at the start or I should say at the end of that first season. But just being kind of like auto managed, like, whoa, like what are they doing? They're negative $73 million right now. So again, I'm not raising any false alarms. I haven't looked into that whatsoever. It's just kind of standing out there on the screen. Looks a little freaky. They're winning a ton of games. So, but yeah, that's not what you want in a team, right? That's not what you want in an organization, losing that much money here. So we're not going to stop and look. I have not examined trades, but again, they're all the different sliders and stuff, and just so cool that they make all that available. I mean, all those tuning features are in most sport games, right? They're just not in front of us. They're not like surface level where we can actually interact with them and tweak them. And I get asked all the time, like, are you doing sliders for NBA? I've never found the need. I think this team does such a great job. And again, are there little things that, you know, each of us could tweak for our own style? Yeah, I mean, for sure. But, you know, if anything, I think this team just is very, very in tune. As much as they still, like most sports games today, they kind of cater to like the online crowd. They're still very in tune with their gameplay, right? And they want it to be realistic. So I've never had a huge problem with that. So anyway, let's go in and look at the G League leaders now. We will sort by points again. And we're going to go down and look at potential, so, and overall, and I guess even the overall grade. Whoops. So again, B+. So, I mean, we're still not, so far at least, we're not seeing guys like rocket up into like the A range. There's a 78 overall, so I mean, he can certainly come up and play. I'm just seeing if he was drafted. Nope. So, guys, this to me looks like it works. I mean, you all are, you know, probably a little more in tune with this and maybe obsess over it a little bit more than me. But like, I want there to be variety. I don't want every single G League player to be a C-. I mean, I like that Sheldon Cameron can come up and perhaps do something, even though he's 27. I mean, maybe he can develop into a bench player, right? So I think it's cool. I think it creates some unique storylines. I think it makes each Dynasty or MyNBA a little bit different, which is kind of cool. Earl Jenkins, again, still stands out as the guy who, like, this appears to be a guy in the default roster to keep an eye on. I mean, he's going to be a decent player. He's an 80 overall, 25. But again, is he making like the all-star team? Probably not, right? But he's certainly a good player. He's a starter. So yeah, this to me just looks like it works. Again, B+, but he's 27. He's a 74. He's not even dressing for most teams. So I think this looks pretty good. So let me know what you think. Let me know what your comments are on it. And again, we can even check for more stuff if you have further questions. But I hope this video was helpful, and I appreciate you checking it out.